Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 24th. This is part 2 of your reading. This right here is part 1. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, it is linked up in the comments down below, so definitely go check out part 1 down below. But let's see what is going on for you. In your first row, you have this shark card, and it says purpose. This is clarifying the bison, which says ritual on it. In your first reading, we were talking all about having a purpose. We were talking all about the star card. You have the star at the end here. The star is like having a North Star, as I was saying. It's like having a purpose, having a reason why you're doing something, but also having like one main goal to work on. You also have the Eight of Pentacles here. Eight of Pentacles, he's working on one thing. he is very focused. I mean, you have a lot of focused cards here. Even the Emperor and the Hermit here as well. They are very focused energy. So I feel like you are kind of either you need to focus on one fire. Again, in your first reading, we were talking about feeding a fire and like really just keep putting wood on the fire, whatever you want to call it. And this could be a project, a business, a relationship you're working on. It's almost like as long as you keep the fire going, then you're going to be very successful, not just this week, but probably for the foreseeable future. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be a love offer coming in for you, for those of you that do want love. If you don't want love, Page of Cups, he's actually imagining this fish that is in the cup there. So that fish could be a dream, a wish, a goal, pretty much anything. Even here, we see that it comes up next to the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is your personal vision for your life. It is like where you see your life going, the things you see yourself manifesting, the relationships you see yourself having, pretty much everything. So really nice. With the Hierophant, you have the Emperor. Definitely kind of like learning and thinking about action. I kind of feel like it's like you've been in Hierophant mode. You get the Hierophant with me all the time. And it's like now all of a sudden you're getting the Emperor twice in a reading. This is kind of like saying to me you've done the learning. You've gone through the mastery process. Again, Hierophant is a card of mastery. He has 3 levels to his crown. He's got 3 crosses on his cloak. He's got 3 levels to the staff that he's holding in his hand as well. It represents the 3 levels of initiation, like being initiated into something, apprenticeship, in the mastery. So I feel for a lot of you, Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastering your craft, mastering something. And it's like you've been learning how to do things for a very long time, not just a short period of time. I feel like this is years that you've been learning things, and now you're kind of like growing. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion, growth, kind of getting out into the world. Definitely time for you to kind of take a leap of faith, I feel. I feel more like Fool energy on that Three of Wands, because Three of Wands can be like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment to do something. It's kind of like asking you to take a leap of faith. So I do feel like it is time for you to take a leap of faith towards something that you've been thinking about doing. Look, Three of Wands, Ace of Wands, Four of Cups. Remember, in your first reading, we were saying that in your mind, it's like whatever your North Star is with the Star card, whatever it is you're trying to create, like a perfect relationship, a business. It's like things haven't been perfect, things haven't been working out how you want. But I feel like that Emperor is like saying you're finally ready for action. You know everything you need to know to have a good journey. With that Vesta card, you have the Juno card. This card says partnership on it. So there could be love coming in for you. 2 asteroids as well. Very interesting. But there could be love coming in. But it could also just be a partnership. I do see that here, that there could be a person who just comes in and helps you do things. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a lot of disappointments. I feel like this is a cycle that needs to be ended right here. I would say if you're doing something that just isn't working, it's time to turn around and see something new that could work. You have this bridge that leads to the castle. So as I always say, the Five of Cups, it says you need to turn around and see what is available to you instead of focusing on something that you don't have, right? You need to focus on the right things. In the first reading, we were talking about how there could be a lot of judgmental energy at the end here as well. And again, we can choose to focus on the people who are being judgmental in our lives, or we can choose to focus on ourselves. Because again, usually judgmental people are usually very jealous, right? That they don't have something that you do. So just turn it off, right? Change the dial is what I say there, especially with that Five of Cups. Again, the haters seem to be coming out of the woodwork. You're not the only sign this week that has had this. Like I said, Mercury retrograde. During retrogrades, I do feel like, it can bring about this type of energy. With the Four of Cups, you have the Five of Wands. You always get this card. Five of Wands, a card I call Indiana Jones. to me, it represents going on some sort of crazy adventure so that you can manifest something bigger and better in your life. I definitely feel for some of you that this is saying it's time for you to go on the journey. Again, Five of Wands is like a card of that I call Indiana Jones, going on some sort of crazy adventure to get some treasure in your life. With the Six of Cups, you have the Star. Six of Cups isn't really a wish, but it kind of is. The Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe. The gift you could be getting, the gift we get with the Six of Cups is very specific. It is just forward progress, basically. It represents a time where maybe we've been experiencing a lot of obstacles and moving forward. When we get the Six of Cups, it's like we can finally move forward. We can finally make progress towards our goal, wish, or dream with the Star card here. I feel like you're seeing that something is possible. I'm pretty sure I said this to you in like your mid-January reading as well. It was one of those readings where I felt like you were kind of finally seeing that something is possible for you to accomplish. Something was finally possible for you to do. And that's what I get here with this Star card as well, especially with that Six of Cups. With the Firecracker in the basket here, you have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. I kind of like that. And you also have this barrel. It says you feel something is lacking in your life. We talked about this with the Four of Cups. Perhaps love, money, or goals. We also said that as well, that with the Star card, we said in the first reading that you need a North Star. It's like you need to find something to work towards. You need to find something to focus on. Again, we were also talking about a daily practice in your first reading as well with that Bison Spirit card that you have. And so I feel like having something, I picture a chain. I think it's Jerry Seinfeld, I'm pretty sure. He has like a rule where he writes a joke every single day and puts a big red X on a calendar. And he says, never break the chain. And that's popping into my head. I feel like for some of you, like having a daily practice or doing something every single day would be a good idea. I would also say that if you feel like something is missing, Four Cups, right? We talked about this with the Four Cups. I don't actually think something is missing. I think it's your perception. Like I said, I feel like maybe you think that things have to go a certain way. I think that is it good advice? No, because back in the day, I always think of some advice that I give as, I always say to myself, that would have pissed me off if I received that, I don't know, 6 years ago or something like that, when I was just pissed off about everything. I'm not saying you're angry like I was, but what I would say is like that would have pissed me off if someone said to me, just drop your expectations, which actually I did receive advice like that multiple times. It probably would have set me off. So I try to be sensitive when I deliver advice like that, because I don't think and admittedly, I don't think it's easy to do. So that's, why I'm saying this. But I do feel like releasing expectations of like how things have to turn out and being open to different ways of doing things with that Justice card. I was getting this thing about morals, like, again, remember what I said in the first reading. Go back and watch the end if you didn't remember. But with the Justice card, I was like saying, I was getting something about your morals, like having these moral barriers that don't exist. It's like you could be thinking like, oh, I have to build my business this certain way, or it's wrong morally, when really it's not. As long as you're not breaking the law. Again, that's not what I'm suggesting. Again, we sometimes put these moral barriers that just don't exist. I'm talking about things that don't exist. Same thing in love as well. It's like maybe you were raised to get married, but maybe deep down inside you don't really want to get married. Maybe you just rather be with a person and just, kind of see how it goes. But it's like maybe you have these moral beliefs. That's kind of how I'm seeing that Justice card. And I feel like that's changing for you. Again, not a criticism. I think it's something you are working through. With the Emperor, you have the Temperance card. You can turn one thing into another, right? The Temperance card is about turning one thing into something else. It is a card of alchemy. So I feel like you have the power here, Leo, to, as long as you take action with the Emperor energy, I feel like you can easily turn something that you don't want into something you do want and vice versa. So that's what I would say there. With the King of Cups, you have the Hangman. Could be a Pisces coming in for some of you. Again, not all of you, but definitely shows up. Could be an Aquarius for some of you as well. You have basically every single sign here. Could be any sign. I feel like this is talking about a turnaround. His head is glowing. He has gained enlightenment on the Hangman. He is finally understanding something. Probably with the King of Cups, you are learning how your emotions create your own reality. You're probably figuring out how to use your emotions to get what you want, which is a good thing. Positive emotions we're talking about here. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. There you go. There's the teamwork. You have that Juno card, which says partnership. So I feel like there are people who want to help you grow, especially if you're like growing a business, working on a project. There are people who can help you. Three Cups is like your community. So it's like people around you, people that you know, friends, family members, people you're close with, people you trust. So again, if you need help on anything, I feel like there are people who want to help you. In your last row here, you have the first house. It says arrival. I like that. I feel like there are good things that are arriving for you. I want to see what the second card is as well. You have opposition. It says confrontation. Like I said, I feel like there could be a judgmental energy around you. So I would just be careful of that. But overall, I feel like, again, first house, it's like you're glowing at this time. You are finding success. With the Hermit, you have the Queen of Wands. Be bold, be assertive, stand up for yourself. Queen of Wands, she sticks up for herself, but she doesn't, she doesn't necessarily go to war with anyone. She kind of knows that she just has to sometimes ignore the judgmental people in her life, and she's bold and she is assertive as well. So she stands up for herself. She doesn't allow people to walk all over her, but she does allow her results to speak for themselves, right? So I kind of feel like for some of you, this is just saying the results will speak for themselves. If you are working on a project and people are being judgmental about how you're doing it, just let the results speak for themselves. Who cares what anyone says? If you're in a relationship and there are people in your life who don't like how it's going, who cares? It's your relationship. It's not theirs. I always tell people, it's like, if you're not willing to allow someone into your bedroom with you and your partner, it's like, why would you listen to them in the first place? It's like, if they're not in the bedroom, or if they're not willing to pay for your divorce, for example, then it's like they shouldn't have a say in the world, right? It's like, so I always tell people, it's like, you can tell people who have something to say about your relationship to mind their own business. Again, unless they're going to pay for your divorce, unless they're going to, unless you're inviting them into your bedroom. That's what I say here. But I don't think you are. I think you're standing up for yourself here. I think you can tell those people to go shove it where the sun don't shine, right? Leo, there you go. With the Justice card, you have the Page of Pentacles. Good news coming in for you. Also could be justice coming in for you as well. So I definitely like to see that. And with the Star, you have the Devil. Definitely get rid of toxic people in your life. Could be a Capricorn coming in for some of you as well. But I kind of feel like this is work. The Devil is you setting yourself free, probably from this right here, the Hangman energy and the Five of Cups. This whole row could be a turnaround. The thing with the Devil is it's like the chains that are around those people's necks are meant to look very loose, but you have to be the one to take those chains off of your neck. You have to lift those off from your head, and you have to be the one to step forward. So I do feel like for a lot of you, this is saying you could be setting yourself free, but it's like you have to lift the chain off your neck. Yeah, you have this Gorilla Spirit. This card says peace on it. So I do feel like you're trying to create more, peace in your life. A pretty good reading here, Leo. I definitely like where this is going for you. I do feel again, there could be some people that are judgmental. That's like the only challenge I feel this week, and they could be judgmental about pretty much anything that you're doing. I think all that matters is your own perception, Queen of Wands, and results. So I would just keep working towards results, and I feel like you'll be very successful with this energy. So I kind of like that. I do kind of feel like there could be some events that are happening. And you have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. Can we get more details on that? You have this flowers card, happiness. I don't know, probably more happiness coming in if it wants to focus because of this chain of events. So I do feel like there could be like a surprise chain of events where it's like things are just kind of falling into place. But temperance, Five of Cups, temperance right here. It's like you're gonna have to go with the flow. You're going to have to allow the universe, no expectations. I feel like releasing the expectations that's going to be the thing that sets you free here. But pretty good reading. So thank you for being here, Leo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.